Falava, and welcome back to Breaking Waves. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for everyone who is supporting our show and watching our episodes that have been uploaded to YouTube. On today's show, we have a very special guest. His name is Mr. Peter Anae, who is the co-owner of Strongman Samoa, who are running a competition soon on April the 27th called Samoa's Mightiest Heroes. This is the first strongman amateur competition ever to be held in Samoa. And this competition aims to provide pathways for those in Samoa who are passionate about strongman, the sport. And also, he is the Bluwave Samoa CEO. So he has flown here. He has had a good ride on the plane, right, Peter? A nice flight back to Auckland. How are you this afternoon?
Oh, good afternoon, Hana. Nice to meet you. It was good. We flew in yesterday with the family. It was nice. The weather is nice. Not as hot when I was here during December. Yeah, no, it was nice and not as busy as well. Yeah. But,
awesome. Yeah.
I'm good, thanks. Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, me and Peter are also family. So this is a very exciting and fun episode for us. What's your week looking like for work?
So this week we're going down to Hamilton today because we have a strongman comp on during this weekend. It's called Trans Tasman. So that comp is predominantly for New Zealand and Australia. They compete, see who will top for New Zealand or Australia.
Yeah.
So I decided to jump back in because I had a long break from pre-COVID. I mean after COVID. I haven't done any strongman comps since then. So I thought that might as well jump back in and test the water, see if I'm still good at it. Yeah. So we have that during the weekend, and then we have our training, say next week.
Yeah.
So that's my plan for this weekend next week.
Oh, that's awesome. And just for those who don't know what strongman is, could you just tell us a bit like what strongman actually is?
Well, strongman is to put it in a simple term is lifting odd objects, as because there's quite a few strength sport out there. Say for example, we have the powerlifting, which is consistent with two lifts. There's a bench, three lifts, bench press, deadlift, and a squat. And then you have weightlifting, which consists of two lifts, a clean and jerk, and a snatch. But they both use like a barbell. But for strongman, is they use as objects like stones,
even cars, right?
Cars, these odd big objects. It's not comfortable.
Yeah.
But it's that's the whole point of the game, is lifting odd objects and get better at it and get strong with it. Also is like most of the movements and what they do is you use it for functional days. All the chores that you do is like you always pick something from in between your legs, lifting a box. So that's what you can train that in strongman, because we do lift stones and stuff like that.
So it could be very risky as well if you're not trained properly to lift these odd objects, because a weight imbalance easily could injure you, right?
Yeah, of course. Like anything, any sport, there's always that risk factor.
Yeah.
But you can avoid that, but if you train well and learn the technique,
right,
and also be smart about it. But yeah.
The person who introduced me to strongman was not a person. There was an ad on TV.
Yeah.
It was called Mitre 10. It was Mitre 10's ad. Do you remember that guy? And he just lifted the car.
Yeah.
And I remember being, I was 13 or 14, and I was like, oh my goodness, this guy's lifting the whole car.
Yeah.
And my dad was just like, yeah, don't you know people do that? I was like,
I used to do that back in the day.
Just my dad's like, it's easy, you just gotta. But that was my first time, and then I was like, I didn't know it was an actual sport. So that's pretty awesome. So the strongman competition that's happening April 17th, Where is it happening, first of all?
27th.
Oh, 27th.
Yeah.
Sorry, 27th.
Yeah, so 27th of April. It's happening in Samoa. It's our first amateur strongman competition in Samoa. It's the first of its kind in Samoa. Um, well, first of all, I would like to thank CrossFit Fatutoa for allowing us to, not just for the competition, but for allowing us to use the facility every Saturday. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. that we've been having these strongman classes, trying to introduce the sport to people, to anyone in Samoa. So this comp we created as a just a in-house, have the feeling of how to compete in strongman. Because yes, you can do the classes, but it's a different feeling when you compete, and it's almost like you can tell someone so much, but they have to feel it. They have to do it so to know that feeling. It's a great feeling when you achieve like a goal, like, oh, I haven't hit this weight for a while and I wanted to do it, but on comp day you do. And then it's
Yeah.
like, oh, all that training, even if you don't, and you get closer to it and you feel, oh, so it's not as scary as it, like it, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's awesome. And do you know if there's a lot of people that compete in the sport in Samoa? Like, what's the community like there?
Strongman community?
Yeah.
Well, we just like the strongman community we have now is predominantly from the CrossFit community. So, because we're in a CrossFit gym, and most of them who does CrossFit decided to
Try out strongman.
try out
Yep.
strongman, and strongman is some strongman people would say that strongman is for CrossFit big boys.
Right, right.
Because you do need a bit of a fitness, and more strength. And the workouts are very intense in terms of like almost like a cardio. It's like when you're running 200 meters, is because every event is, if it's long, is only a minute, but that minute feels like you've been running 4 miles or something. Because it's heavy as well, and it's very high intensity.
Yep.
In a short span of time. Yeah, did I answer the question?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And like, what are kind of like, because I know strongman and CrossFit has been a huge part of your journey.
Yeah.
What are some of the values that you found empowering for you being in these kind of communities like CrossFit and strongman?
So I'll answer in two parts. First of all, my physical health. Mobility for me was an issue when I was young. I did not know I had bad mobility until I went to CrossFit. And then they retaught how to proper squat, how to proper,
Right.
lift.
Like the proper form.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from basics. And, me walking in is like, I know what I'm doing, but, next minute I don't even know anything.
Yeah.
So it was good to relearn all those basics. So I first did CrossFit in 2015. So I was like, everything I talked about was CrossFit.
Yeah.
I'm like that guy that everyone avoids.
Yeah.
During it was like, oh, here comes a CrossFit guy.
No, but I think like a lot of people in CrossFit are like that. Like my friends who do CrossFit, all they talk about is CrossFit.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. Like it's a because it all comes with the community, because the people you work out with, as hard as the exercise itself, but it's that feeling of that you finish the exercise on the day, and you can celebrate it with the people that you like to hang out with.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go there not for exercise, but to see, the people that you like to talk to, that de-stress, talk about your day, or sometimes you don't have to talk about your day, but just being there makes get those good what do you call those, endorphins?
Yeah,
endorphins. And then the other thing is, like, it depends on what workout they're doing. You want to lift with your friends, and sometimes you want to beat them, or
it gets very friendly competitive, eh? Yeah.
It sort of feeds that pride of yours.
You can go and be like, yes, I beat them all.
But did you lift it?
Yeah.
So it's, that's like my journey of why I fell in love with CrossFit, or fitness. So we started off with CrossFit, and then when we moved to Australia pre-COVID, 2020, I went there looked for a CrossFit gym, but CrossFit gym in Australia was a bit expensive then, and I went online trying to look for a gym that I can go do, like, these movements that I'm used to, and I found this gym called Strong Geelong. I was like, oh, okay,
Stronger what?
Strong Geelong. So
Geelong, like
Geelong.
J-E.
So Geelong is Geelong. So
Oh,
Geelong
okay.
is a area in Victoria.
Okay.
So it's like 2 hours from Melbourne.
Oh, yes, yes.
So that's where we used to live. So it's like Auckland. So went there. It's like, oh, this is a weird gym. Like, it's an open gym. I see these like stones, round stones everywhere, and these like big axle bars, frames.
Yeah.
So I did not, touch it. I was like, man, like, who will do this? But the owner, when he saw me, he was like, his name is Tyson. So he was like, "Oh, have you done strongman?" I was like, "Nope." I was the like very few Samoans there.
Right, right.
Not many Samoans in Geelong.
Oh, that's probably where he saw like how big and how tall you were. Yeah, yeah.
And I was much skinnier then. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, you want to do a strongman? I was like, first of all, I don't know what strongman is, but yeah, sure. So he took. Oh no, I didn't say sure in the beginning. It took me like 3
He
months.
took me into his van. He said,
forced
"Which
my
lolly
hand.
do you want?"
I took the blue down.
I chose the blue lolly. No, I'm kidding. Sorry. So he took you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So he convinced me that, so one Saturday, because they have a Saturday class as well. I was like, oh sure, I'll try mine as well. I never went back. I never went back to CrossFit after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell in love with the sport.
Strongman, yeah.
With strongman sport. It does look, the equipments look intimidating, but
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
You don't have to go there and lift what the guy who's been doing it for 10 years, what he's doing. You can go start at your own level, and that's what people need to understand.
Yeah.
So you have to go. There's levels. You don't go there and be Eddie Hall.
Speaking of Eddie Hall, he did comment on the strong.
Eddie Williams. That's Eddie Williams.
Oh, Eddie Williams. Sorry, never mind. I'm talking about the wrong person. Sorry, you keep going.
So like you don't have to like start from from the top. You can always start from and build your way up there.
Yeah, because you can't just expect to lift an entire bus, right, on the first day.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless it's our dads.
Our dad's back in the day.
Back in the day. 2 buses.
Yeah. Also, that's awesome. So because you're a co-owner of Samoa's, strongman, and you're doing the competition, what opportunities do you see in this for Samoans living back home?
In terms of health, so I have this story, because my dad, my dad's from Falakai.
Yeah.
So they at their church, they had a ngodwenga. They were building a bar. So at the bar you need like cement and stuff, cement, and it's just one big guy, like no training whatsoever, and the bags are like maybe 30 kilos per bag. He was holding it like that.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, pure raw strength.
Yeah, yeah.
And that stuck to me. Like, because when like now I'm into the sport, people think like I'm the strongest in Sam.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just the average shoulder.
Right. When you put it that way,
Then you have these untrained, just raw strength. And then I thought, oh no, I have to take the sport back there, because we have weightlifting, we have powerlifting back there, but not strongman. Some people like to be strong and kind of fit, you know what I mean? Like kind of have some cardio part of in their workout. Some people just like to lift weight and don't, that's their preference. So when I always thought back to that story, I was like, there's so much talent in there, to take, a strong, not just strong men, strong women as well. We have some amazing women there.
Nice. Yeah.
Strong, like just you don't want to mess with them.
Unless you're looking for a black guy.
Yeah. Like so, like at least I want to take take one of one of them to the top elite levels. That'll be a dream come true. Yeah.
That'll
So
be awesome. And I like the way that you put that, lifting 30 kgs of cement like
yeah,
nothing. Because there's people who just, that's their daily routine.
that's their daily routine.
You're not realizing it's competing against like normal
Yeah.
athletes and how,
Exactly.
So that's pretty awesome. I really enjoy that. But I wanted to go into a bit about your journey as a Matai. And the reason why is because I feel like what you're doing right now is in service to the people of Samoa.
Yeah.
You're not getting paid to put on these competitions, or you're not getting a huge reward at the, you're working towards bringing health together for Samoan people.
Yeah.
But not your everyday person will wake up and say, I'm going to put effort into something that doesn't reward them immediately.
Yeah.
So in your journey of becoming a Matai, a lot of the diaspora and those who live in overseas, I call it cultural glamour.
Yeah.
They want to be part of the ceremony. They want to have those photos of them with, their village.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of responsibility that you must carry to being a Matai that I feel like a lot of people are not aware of. But I do know it's serving God, your family, and love, right?
Yep.
What is your perspective on becoming a Matai, and what is the responsibility that you feel you hold when you got your title?
Okay. So these are my own, from my point of view.
Yeah.
When I became a Matai from a young age, I didn't want I want a Matai title because I was young. I did not understand what a Matai title comes with. I guess it's different when I hear the young kids now, or not the young kids, so maybe the youth, they want to be a Matai.
Yeah.
So I guess because I grew up with my dad with a strong Samoan background. What is Mightiest, and I've seen him and my mom what they do for not just for family, village, church. There's a lot of work that goes into it, a lot of sacrifices, time with your family. And I thought, okay, when I was young, I didn't want that, but then I always remember, I when my dad always says, you might not understand now, but you will down in the line. And from then I reached to a certain age, I started to like, oh, okay, automatically felt like I'm responsible to do this for my community. First, it started with my family. It's a lot of sacrifice I need to do for my family, and then from there, it grew out to my immediate family, and then I need to learn how to speak Samoan properly. Started to take little tours to cities, to family funerals and stuff like that, or just sit down and lau the mea. So being a Matai forced me to learn these stuff, because I'm in Samoa is, I don't know if everyone understands. Not everyone in not every boy or a young man, young adult grew up have the same experience when you grew up in the village. You're always around Matais, always do Kyuke Fuimaono and stuff like that. But for us, we were in Apia, we don't get to experience that. So I only experienced that when I became a Matai.
Right.
I it forced me to learn my culture more. To attach that to what we're doing for strongman. Well, first of all, like the strongman comp that we're having it's not just me behind it.
Yeah.
It was me and my team. So it's me, my friend Tiati, my friend Jordan, and my brother-in-law Ryan. So 4 of us. We have the same dream because we think that if we encourage or make, create that interest in people if with the sport, not only that it will help them health wise, um, it will that will help them to look after their family. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
Mm,
Because there's no point of like doing what you like to do if your health is not
exactly.
good.
Mm,
So you gotta service your car every now and then,
exactly.
you know,
Yeah.
to be able to, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be a physical representation of tautua, of service.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I would say
Yeah.
that, like, not trying to push it out there as a something everyone has to believe, but you're opening a gateway for people to prioritize their health,
Mm,
supporting building a community where it's healthy, a
mm,
healthy environment. Because to be honest, it's sometimes very hard for people to find positivity, or
mm.
like a group of people that can be positive
Yeah.
for their goals and health.
Yeah.
So having a community that they're set in stone with those values is super important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like,
Mm.
cause you, if you know one day you will join one of classes on Saturday,
Mm.
it's all fun. It's all like people just laughing at the same time working out.
Yeah.
You know, have those good vibes happening on that 1 or 2 hours, and then they can go back home.
Mm.
You know, all feel nice and light.
Yeah.
You know, in the mind.
Yeah. Exactly. Give yourself some mental health breaks,
Yeah.
several mental health breaks.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm touching on this, Peter, is because I'm very passionate about different people and their tautua back to Samoa.
Yeah.
And I know that a lot of our people are doing great stuff
Yeah.
in different industries.
Yeah.
And there's always a lot of question about, is it valuable? You know,
Yeah.
how is it valuable what we're serving? But these are the kind of initiatives, plannings, and events that I feel really help based around health.
Mm.
Because, like you said, you know, you can be the king of the world, but if your health
No good. Yeah.
is not good, you
Mm.
cannot be an effective king. You cannot
Mm.
be a father, a leader, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's truly important. Thank you for sharing your journey with us. So for the competition happening, how can someone join?
So you can I think Karl will put on that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you can contact me on those numbers, or contact our Instagram,
Right.
Strongman Samo Instagram. If you're interested, just drop me a message, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And can anyone from, is it only Samoans,
No,
Samoan born?
anyone can come, because it's an amateur
Right.
amateur strongman competition. So normally when we advertise it like that, unless you want to pay, you know, hundreds, I mean, not hundreds, thousands of dollars to travel all that way just to compete for it, no, feel free. So,
Yeah.
but it's only people in Samoa, you know, unless we say, you know, this is a official strongman comp, like, then most people will pay that, you know,
Yeah.
that much money to compete.
Awesome. I'll be putting my bank account. Now I'm just kidding. That'll be awesome. And one last question. How can anyone who's watching this best support Samoa's Mightiest Hero event?
Um, I think the best way is to follow us, and you know, spread the word that that the sport strongman is just it's fun. You know, I don't think there's any sport out there is not, you know, they're all fun in their own ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you change your mindset to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, next time in Samoa, I'm gonna come to a strongman training, and
Yeah.
if it's not fun, you owe me $50. If it's not fun, you owe me $50. I'm on a journey to try and find a sport that suits me. The one that has fit so far
Yeah.
is swimming. I love swimming. I can't even swim well, but you know, it's a
Yeah.
good form of exercise. But next time I'm in Samoa, I will definitely come for
Oh
your
yeah, for
training
sure,
this time.
for sure. I don't think you have a choice.
Because I know last time you asked, I was like, hell no, not in
Yeah.
this heat.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Peter, for coming onto our
thank you.
podcast. We wish you all the best. We'll be there to support as well
Yeah.
for this Samoa's Mightiest Heroes. Actually, I have one more question.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Where do you see this? Where do you see Samoa's Mightiest Heroes in 5 years?
Okay, so Samoa's Mightiest Heroes
Mm.
is one. It's just one of our comps that we want to for a year. The plan is to have a big comp that we can invite some of the big names to come and and compete. There's no other feelings to see strong people, men and women, you know, putting on a show, and makes you question. It's like, oh my gosh, I did not know that a human body can,
Yes.
do that.
Mm.
That's a form of entertainment. So that's the big goal here, is to have a big comp there. We can, hopefully invite Eddie Williams to come over when, if we have a lot of money.
Sponsor us.
Sponsor us, please.
Yeah.
And but it'll be one of the first. So we have more and more. Try, and the more comps we have, the better the sport will will be in Samoa.
That's amazing. I wish you all the best for that. If you want more information and details about this competition, this in being held in Samoa, April 27th, it'll be attached to this video. We will also have contact details for anyone. If you have any questions, we'll give you Peter's Instagram and his only. Sorry, just kidding. His yeah. So thank you for joining us on the show today. Thank you so much, Peter. Definitely not the last time you'll be joining us for content. Have a great afternoon. Breaking Waves. Like, subscribe, follow.
Thank you.